Hi, welcome back to Aryaka Enlighten. My name is Nick Morpus, and I'm the Networking, Security, and Observability PMM here at Aryaka. As you may have noticed, we've made some improvements to the video and audio quality of the show, and we will continue to make improvements down the road to ensure that we bring you the highest quality information possible. And starting off with today, we're going to be talking about Aryaka's CASB, our Cloud Access Security Broker. We're going to talk about where it lives within the Aryaka infrastructure. We're going to talk about how it functions and how it can better enable your enterprise to protect itself from threats that originate in cloud and SaaS applications. So let's get started. So before we define exactly what Aryaka's CASB does, we have to know what a CASB is. And what a CASB is essentially it's an intermediary between cloud service consumers and providers. And what it does is that this intermediary enforces security policies and looks into cloud traffic as it passes through specific points. Now, this is not to be confused with a firewall, which deals with more network traffic, or a secure web gateway that deals with internet-based web traffic. Instead, a CASB deals in cloud traffic, typically delivered through APIs. And what this does is whether a CASB lives, say, in between a cloud service provider here and the network, or on a device or some sort of agent-based delivery system between the net and the HQ, a CASB will inspect traffic as it passes through, and it will apply and enforce security policies that are set by your security personnel as the traffic travels through these points in between the cloud service provider and the consumer. So getting into Aryaka's CASB specifically, we discussed before how security policies are enforced both at the POP and the ANAP depending on the circumstances that we are dealing with. In the case of an HQ office, for instance, traffic from SaaS providers will travel through to a point of presence, the nearest point of presence for Aryaka Zero Trust WAN, and travel through and enforce Cloud Access Security Broker policies at that POP as well as at the POP nearest to the HQ. And as that travels then from that point of presence to the Aryaka network access point is the final point in which these policies are enforced. Now, it is a little different on the secure remote worker side. So as we see here, we have a secure remote worker, and say they are trying to access Microsoft Outlook or any other one of Microsoft's cloud provided services. That service would travel from the provider to a point of presence over the Zero Trust WAN, where policies are enforced both at the entry and at the exit of the Zero Trust WAN, and then protected through secure remote access as it reaches the secure remote user. So at any point for Aryaka's points of presence, as well as the Aryaka network access point located at an HQ or a branch office, those CASB policies are enforced, allowing you to secure SaaS application traffic. Why is all of this important? Well, Aryaka's CASB provides three distinct benefits. The first is visibility, because the truth is you can't defend against or protect against what you can't see. And when we are dealing with SaaS applications, we get into the problem of shadow IT and shadow AI. So the problem is that a lot of your traditional network security functions don't read into APIs. They don't have that deep packet inspection necessary to really understand what it is that is coming in and out of your network and what your employees might be accessing. There are certain applications you might want them to use, and there are others you would not want them to use. CASBs provide that visibility in order to see what it is coming in and out of your network as it relates to SaaS application traffic. The second is compliance. The policies enforced on a CASB allow you to maintain compliance with regulations so that data is not being mishandled by unwanted or unmanaged applications, and even going on the more, dangerous side, attackers that are hijacking those applications, even ones that you have approved, in order to gain access to your data and other sensitive information, which of course neatly rolls into data security. See, data is currency these days, and in order to maintain that value, you have to be able to protect all of that data and maintain compliance with regulations in order to do business. The CASB, especially Aryaka's CASB, allows you to do all of that while still maintaining an effective and functional connective team. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Aryaka Enlighten. Today we learned all about Aryaka's CASB, where it lives, how it functions, and the benefits that it provides to your enterprise. If you want to learn more about Aryaka and the Unified SASE as a Service platform that we provide, be sure to visit aryaka.com and read all up on our different products, services, and other benefits that we can provide for your enterprise. Thank you very much and have a great day.